um, Shalom, beloveds. Yes, I am sitting on the floor in my tiny cabin kitchen. To ignore the mess back there. I don't know if you can see too much of my mess, but it's not so bad. I've washed most of the dishes. But I am very, very happy to say that you're going to be hearing more from me now. Because today I watched this young woman on YouTube, how she lives in her car and she gets internet with hotspot from her phone for her computer or iPad or something like that. And when I heard that, like right away, I was like, oh, my phone, hotspot, my computer. Because I haven't, I make these videos without the internet on my computer, and then it takes me forever to answer back to you because I just have internet on my phone and not on my laptop. And it wasn't until today that I discovered that I could connect the two, and yeah, the rest is history. So, I mean, I am technology challenged, that's no secret. Sometimes I wonder if I was born in the right time period. I could really go without the computer or the phone for however long. I mean, of course, I'd miss all of you, miss hearing from you and being encouraged by you, but there's just so many other things to do other than our time on the internet too, And when you live out in the country too, there is a lot more to do anyways. There's more work. There's a lot more work. It's not like when you live in the city and you have everything outside your door or down the street you could just walk to. When I'm getting ready to go into town, I have to think about everything. I have to write a list of all the things I need. I have to really make use of that trip as much as possible. But anyways, I discovered that I had held for review on my channel over 3,000 comments, and some of them are like from years ago. I am so sorry. If any of those of you who have written comments in the past, if you still watch my video, my channel, there's comments I haven't seen, and I know that it used to be that YouTube would notify you in a different way. I was able to know right away when somebody put a comment. But the other thing is too that a lot, as you know, as I've shared, a lot of things have happened in my life, so I haven't had time to go through all the comments. One of the things that I saw from a year ago from Remish, I think that's how you say your name, was you asked about the morning prayers or the morning blessings. And I do every morning. I've done this for years now. Because like when I was really small, my family started to go to Messianic Jewish synagogue when I was like 10, around 10. That's a story actually I should share sometime, I guess. I do have Jewish ancestry, but the story of how, coming to a Messianic Jewish synagogue for the first time at 10, maybe sometime I'll share that. But anyways, when I was real small, I didn't know about this blessing. I can't remember how old I was exactly when I found out about this blessing, but I just loved it, and I loved how, to me it's not, I don't do it legalistically. That's another topic in itself. Some people are kind of edgy about the whole repeated prayers. Well, if it becomes a ritual and your heart is not in it, then it's not right. If it's something you do from your heart and you do it with joy and love for our King, then it's something really beautiful. So I will be honest that I've had mornings where I'm half asleep and I'm trying to sing or say the blessing and it's coming out sort of fuzzy because I'm just tired or whatever, but still I do say the blessing upon rising. I do sing the Shema. traditionally you're supposed to say at sunrise. I don't always get up at sunrise, just being honest, just being completely honest. I do wake up, though, before the sun rises because of my rooster. But I'm usually not, like, really awake, you know, when he wakes me up. So I want to, there's actually other questions that you've asked me. People have asked me really good questions, and I haven't answered your questions. I'm really so sorry about that. Another thing, too, I also want to be honest to say that in the last year or so, I really haven't shared as much Hebrew, things in Hebrew. I love Hebrew. It's like my heart language, really. I think even though I don't know Hebrew as well as English, I believe that when I do use Hebrew, I'm actually able to express myself better. With the few, the smaller vocabulary I have, I'm able to express my feelings better with it than with English. It's just that close to the heart, and it's such a beautiful language. But after my mom passed, my mother being, this glue, if you will, to the family, I've had a lot of things that I was extremely passionate about, just kind of slip away, like never disappear, but just the passion. And I believe that's normal. It is. When you are mourning, you've had a loss. But lately, that hunger has just been coming back. And I want to share with you as much about blessings, if you have questions about them, for the community that watches that doesn't know Hebrew that wants to. I know I have both. I have those who know Hebrew well and those who don't. But for those of you who want to know these things, and I had shared before, I want to share that with you more now. I really do. And so I'd like to share this blessing. There's a lot of things that have been on my heart I wanted to share, like about the Sephardim. Also, I just heard a message today on YouTube by Rabbi Yitzchak Shapira that I'm going to share a link to. I advise everyone to watch it. It's about an hour. So, I know some of you don't want to watch a movie an hour or watch a video an hour long, but I highly recommend it. It was something I really needed to hear, to be encouraged to hear. Some really good stuff in there. Everything that Rabbi Shapira says is pretty amazing. But yeah, he's really great. And God continues to use him and his family and the ministry greatly. What else was I going to say? Yes, so I'm going to share this blessing. Oh, yes. Okay, so there's another thing that's been on my heart to share. Since I am also at the age that I am, I know a lot of people. There's a lot of people who seem to think I'm a teenager. I actually, for the entire time I've had this channel, I've always been an adult. This is my second channel. I had one that I opened when I was 18, and I closed it, deleted it, and then I started this one. I wanted it to be, all for a King's glory, and He's blessed this channel for that reason, I believe. And so, but the whole time I've ever had a YouTube channel, I've always been an adult. So, so anyways, I've been seeing other videos on YouTube that are really encouraging. Mostly I haven't really heard from, well, I have seen some from young men, but mostly young women sharing their story of how they have waited and saved themselves, saved their body for the man that they marry. And that is a very close topic to my heart. It's something that I have believed in, to save yourself, to save your body for the one that you marry. But we live in a day and age where people make fun of that. It used to be scandalous if you were, with someone, living with someone that you were not married to, or several people. And now that's considered the norm, and it's considered weird or odd if you don't get intimate with someone before marriage. And so I've been like really blessed watching, hearing these, in particular these women who are, I think one, she's actually 31, and now she's engaged, or she's married now, and she'd been saving herself, and they're just a beautiful couple. For him, he'd had other relationships. He had not saved himself, but they were both believers, and that's something else that I also want to share and encourage for those of you who want to be like that, and yet you've had past relationships you're not proud of. To me, it's more honorable, it's more amazing. The people who have been with others, have had other relationships, intimate relationships, and then have made the decision to save themselves now for their future spouse, out of love for their future spouse, and out of love for themselves, out of love for a king. To me, that is more honorable, that is more amazing, because they have already tasted the world, they have already had that experience, and they're making a statement now. That's my air conditioning. To say, now I'm going to live for a king. Because, well, the thing is, too, that for any of us, for any of the things that we have our heart in our heart to do for a king, it's not by our own strength that we are where we are at. For me, it's certainly not. I know that it is our king. I know that I myself have put myself in situations that I shouldn't have, and I just thank our king so much that he has protected me, because it's not by my strength, it's not by anything special about me, it's about who he is, and how he wants to honor those who want to honor him. He knows that we're human, he knows that we're tempted, he knows, and he's the perfect one. He knows we're not perfect. The standard is perfection, but he knows that we're not perfect. Yeah. So if you are a young person and you're experiencing all kind of peer pressure, but you want to save yourself for the one that God has for you, you're not alone. Okay, you're not alone. I don't say how old I am on this channel just for security or whatever, but I will say that I'm in my late 20s. So I'm in my late 20s, and it's in my heart to save myself for the one who God has for me. And he can't be just anybody either. That's the other thing that's important. I did a video some time ago about said not to settle for less. And that wasn't to say that you have to marry somebody who's like a prince or some like angel. That wasn't my intention, but rather the one who's perfect for you. Because because I've seen that a lot, where even if someone is like a good person, they might not be the right person for you. That's between you and God knows your heart better than you know your own heart. And it's so funny to me how some people, like, they have this list of who they want to marry, or how they imagine him being or her being, and then they meet like the perfect one, and he or she is not anything like it's not anything like they imagined or thought, and this was like, well, God has a sense of humor. He really does have a sense of humor. So anyways, that is my soapbox for the day. I'm not sure where that expression came from. Oh, the morning blessing. Okay, so yes, I had it open here in my Siddur. This is an Ashkenazi. No, I'm sorry. I have an Ashkenazi one, but this was Sephard. This is Ashkenazi. This is not my Ashkenazi one. Well, it's a I can't speak. It's an art scroll Siddur from Nusach Sephard. Blah, blah, blah. So yeah. Anyways, so I'm gonna read the morning blessing. Okay, so every morning, and if I can, in the afternoon and the evening, I also bow. This is something I don't think I've ever shared on my channel. I prostrate myself before our King. A lot of people think this comes from Islam, and I have news for you. If you read the Bible, you will see, especially since Islam didn't exist yet, that form of worship of honoring authority came from, as we read the people of Israel, that's what we've done for Hashem, for our King. We bow before Him, we prostrate ourselves. So in fact, it is actually a very old way of showing honor from ancient times, from the people of Israel. So traditionally there was the 3 times, the morning, noon, and the evening. In Islam there's 5 times. So the idea was borrowed though, and then added 2 other times. So I do this. To me, it's a reminder to me that I must be, that I am lowly before a king, and that it is only because of him that I am raised up. It is nothing special about me, it is what's special about him. This is why I'm alive. This is why we live. We can live, is because of who he is. So I say these blessings, I thank him, and I bow before him. Now, if I'm someplace and it's like afternoon, I don't just stop where I am and I bow down. I know this is something that's done in Islam. If that was something that God told me to do, I would do it. But I don't do that like that. It's in the secret place of my abode where I dwell. And I will tell you 2 reasons, or 1 reason, or how it's connected. Why, for one thing, Y-shua said to not be like those who pray openly. You know this verse, out on the street, and God says, they will have their reward, but you go into the secret place and pray. And what you do in secret there for your Father, he will reward you openly. So that's what I believe. It's true. And also, it's not to say that bowing down makes anyone more holy than someone else. I don't believe that either. I'm not sharing that with you to say, oh, look how amazing I am, God forbid. But to share with you just what I do. I do hope that people are encouraged to be ever so reverent for our King. Maybe that's why I want to share this. He is so holy, but even though he's so holy, he wants to be our closest friend. So it's kind of this amazing, truly bizarre thing. Amazingly bizarre. Because he's like so holy, and yet he's our best friend. Closest friend we could ever have. This video is already almost 20 minutes long. So let me go ahead and sing this blessing with you. I wish I had it in Spanish. Maybe actually I do. But I could also maybe try to translate it in Spanish. And yes, don't forget, I'll leave the link of Rabbi Shapir's teaching in the comments or the description below. So this is what I sing. And I'll read the translation first. It says, I gratefully thank you, O living and eternal King, for you have returned my soul within me with compassion. Abundant is your faithfulness. מותני לפניך, מלכי וקיים, שחצרת בנשמתי בחמלה, רבה אמונתך. ברוך שם כבוד מלכותו לעולם ועד, ברוך שם כבוד מלכותו לעולם ועד, ברוך שם כבוד מלכותו לעולם ועד, ברוך ברוך שם כבוד מלכותו לעולם ועד. Amen. Blessed be his holy name, his kingdom forevermore. Amén. Bendito eres tú, el Rey del Universo. Amén. Thank you for watching and listening this long. I love all of you so much. I'm actually kind of glad that we're stopping now because my knees are... I'm getting old. My knees are killing me. Oh, by the way, my back is doing better. Thank you so much for prayers. That video of me riding my horse was... those places was before I hurt my back, so... but my back is doing much better. Thank you so much. Blessings to all of you. I love you so much. And, yeah. Strength to you. Chazak, chazak, venit chazak. Shalom, shalom. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo. Amen. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. אמן. Shalom. So I have my CDs for sale on SHMAmusic.com. As you know, many of you know, my book for sale on Amazon. It's called The Open Door to My Soul. If you want any of those signed, you would have to order it through me. So you can let me know in the comments below. I will post my email. Now I'll be able to read my emails hopefully, and reply. And also, yeah, just let me know, and I can tell you about the cost and all that. I do have some art. Actually, I was going to show this to you. I just painted this. This is my most recent artwork. It's very simple. I can do more complex art, but mercies are new every morning from Lamentations, and it's got the rooster. You know, I love chickens, and hang it up. Yeah. I make mezuzahs. Thanks to William, you ordered one. I also have some copies of art as well as original. I haven't shown it to you yet. I'm looking at it right now because it's on the other side of the room here. But I just kind of want to get a feel for how many people would actually be interested anyway. So, but for those of you who are new, I had to mention that too, the CDs and the books. Okay, so my brother-in-law, and I, we were recording, and we actually recorded, I had this beautiful recording to share with you of when I was there in the studio, but my SD card got overheated, so sadly I don't have that recording to show you anymore. Sorry about that. You'll just have to wait until the music is all done, everything is completed, I guess. So Anyways, I had to share that with you. Yeah. I'll stop talking now. I love all of you so much, and shalom, shalom. Shavua tov, which means have a good week. Amen.